They say humans can survive without food for weeks, without water for days, but without touch, without closeness, the mind begins to starve long before the body does. I once met a man who hadn't hugged anyone in 3 years, not because no one loved him, but because somewhere along the way, he convinced himself he didn't need it. But the truth? His brain was already changing, rewiring itself in quiet, dangerous ways. And tonight, we're going to talk about what happens to your mind when intimacy disappears from your life. Not just romance, but the human closeness your brain is wired to crave. The silent erosion. It doesn't happen overnight. First, you feel fine, maybe even better without the mess of relationships. You tell yourself you're strong, independent, untouchable. But here's the hidden truth. Neuroscience shows that physical intimacy releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Without it, your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes fear, becomes more active. You start feeling more anxious, more guarded. You don't notice it at first, until one day, a friend reaches for your shoulder and you flinch. The loneliness trap. There's a cruel paradox here. When you're deprived of intimacy, your brain interprets it as a threat, a sign you're isolated from the tribe. Your cortisol levels rise. You become more alert, more defensive, pushing people away, the very people who could give you what you need. I've seen this spiral before. You build walls, thinking they'll protect you. But walls don't just keep danger out, they keep life out. The cognitive cost. It's not just emotions. A 2018 study from the University of Chicago found that chronic loneliness can actually shrink parts of the brain linked to memory and learning. Without social and physical connection, the hippocampus suffers. Your ability to trust, empathize, and even think creatively begins to fade. Maybe I'm better off alone, you tell yourself. But deep down, your neurons know better. The touch deficit. Let's be clear. Intimacy isn't only about sex. It's the hand on your back when life feels too heavy. The hug that tells you, without words, I see you. Skin-to-skin contact stimulates vagal nerve activity, calming your heart rate, lowering stress, even boosting immunity. Without it, your body stays in a low-grade fight-or-flight mode. Your mind never really rests. The way back. Here's the hopeful part. The brain is plastic. It can heal. But it starts with one choice: letting yourself be seen again. Call a friend. Hug your parents. Sit close enough to someone that you feel their warmth. Because intimacy isn't a luxury. It's neurological nutrition. And the longer you go without it, the hungrier your brain becomes. If you've been starving yourself of closeness, ask yourself, is the armor you wear really keeping you safe, or is it keeping you alone? If this made you think, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe, because next time, we'll talk about the one emotion that destroys relationships faster than betrayal.